All right. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. How are we doing today? I'm so glad you are here. Yugioh, thank you so much for the follow. Give me 1 second to get everything rocking and rolling here. I hope everyone's had a wonderful week. I know it has been it has been an interesting one between work and preparing for stuff with the YCS for me. It has just been whoo, lordy, it has been quite a time. But I'm really glad to be back on a stream. I know that last week I just did a stream on Monday because I didn't have work. This has been about a week and a half. But yeah, I'm really glad to be here with y'all. So, how are we doing? I know that we had some spinning fish to start it off here. I see that it is 2 a.m. where you're from, Bandle. Dang, I am sorry that it starts so late. Man, oh man. So guys, this is going to be the last stream that I have. Hello, Samantha. So this is going to be the last stream that I have before YCS Minneapolis because, of course, well, I'm going to be heading there tomorrow, and then the YCS is on Saturday. So I'll be talking a bit about the YCS in Utrecht, and a little bit about Quito as well. And then we're going to go into some stuff for YCS Minneapolis, including hopefully if we can get them on the 3v3 team that I will be playing with if we all scrub out on Saturday. Give me 1 second. I'm just loading up a deck from one of them here, which of course none of us and there is one of them there. Hey, Noah. Surely not. Surely not. We will be absolutely victorious because we are obviously playing the best decks, you know? So, y'all. So before we get into all that exciting things, I want to take a talk about YCS Utrecht. So, as you might know, YCS Utrecht was won by Joshua Schmidt. Big shout out to him, 3-time YCS winner. His deck list was leaked before the event, and Homeboy still won. So big shout out to him. Super sweet guy, and I don't need to say it. You know, one of the best players, just absolutely incredible player. And we'll take a look at his Runic Sprite deck in a little bit. So this is the breakdown of the YCS in Utrecht. So there was, let's see the deck list. Yeah, so it was, he doesn't know how it was leaked, but he said that it was leaked to a bunch of people before the event, and it definitely was, because there were multiple people who copied his build all of a sudden. And yeah, so it was quite a thing. Yugioh, thank you so much for the follow. And also, hey J Faz, happy Thursday to you. Yeah, it's quite the deck list. And I'm going to be excited to get into it and talk about it with y'all. So, here is this deck breakdown. This is posted by the official, Yu-Gi-Oh! Twitter, but also reposted by Sebto360 on Twitter, who, as y'all know, he's just the man, makes a bunch of amazing spreadsheets and everything for these events. So, 23% of the field was playing tier limits, 11% were playing Sprite, 10% were playing Runic and Sprite together, of course, 7% were playing Flaunderies, because at this point, you just expect that 5 to 10% of the field is playing Flaunderies. You know, it's the anti-meta deck, as somebody in chat said a few weeks ago. So you're going to be seeing it. 4% were on more pure Runic builds, which saw some viability as well. Yeah, Flu is very cheap right now. Yeah, after the reprints and the Megatins, basically everything but the quick play is just so cheap. 4% of the field were on Math Mech, and then 41% of the field was on something else, which is really cool. I'm glad that Other was the most represented by almost double, which is pretty incredible. So, cheap, can't play properly without prosperity. You could play Extrav in the deck. It's not as good, but you can play Extrav in Duality. You know, it's, yeah, Prosperity is at least a little bit better now, but instead of a good format, seeing that big percentage for the other category. Yeah, I think so. I think the thing it kind of depends on what you're looking for from a format. I do think it's interesting that this format is still diverse and wide open. You know, we've had multiple times where like tier 0 format incoming, tier 0 format incoming the past like year, and it just hasn't happened. You know, like Phantom Knights was tier 0 and like did that shit even like top 16 in YCS? Did it get like top 32? Like it was pretty sad. But yeah, so you know, it's not always these one for ones. But yeah, I think if you're looking for a diverse format, this is looking pretty nice for it, at least right now. I think once you get into like you know, like if you're looking for a triangle format or something like that, or as we might be seeing next month, you know, a one deck format, if Tira Shizu is really all it's cracked up to be, which it might. So original like Scythe PK Adventure was good for like one YCS. Yeah, but even then it didn't like do anything great, you know? I know how to feel about the format because it feels like a lot of diversity, but it's a lot like Eternal format. Most of it is still a deck utilizing an engine of one of the top choices. Yeah, that's true. That's true. People were excited about the wrong PK. True. So with this, y'all, let's some of the interesting things that as we go into double format, when we look at this pie, I think we are going to see probably the same or more tier limits because of Rokalos and because of Scream. Mostly Rokalos, honestly. Just, I mean, it's a solemn. They just have a free solemn now, which is, you know, pretty incredible. And its ability to just be able to send like an errant tier that's chilling on your board. Maybe you haven't used your like third tier effect in the graveyard. Exactly. Yeah, being able to stop Nib without having to go into an Appaloosa is great. It does it so early. Target for high spirits. Yeah, absolutely. You don't have to play D3S Frog anymore. Sprite gets Sprint and Double Cross, which are pretty great for the deck. They also get Soul Scissors, which is a very fun tech, and I've been seeing it in quite a few lists. I really like it. Runic just gets Freki, which is like, it adds a quick play back from the graveyard. It has 2k attack. It doesn't really change that much. High Spirit search cards Tisha and McBrone is funny. Absolutely. Yeah. We were talking about this earlier in the week, and we're just like, are they really doing that? People really out here doing that. I've seen some talk that Sprint effectively replaces Ronin Turn for Sprite. Is that the case? Not quite. So it does different things. You know, like some builds might still be going into the frog stuff. But you're gonna, because of Sprint, you're gonna see more Tri-Sprite, definitely. I mean, Tri-Sprite was already a pretty decent deck before this. But I mean, Sprint is just breathtaking for the deck, honestly. And I think Aurora is somebody who would be able to tell you a whole lot about that. But I think Sprint is great in tier as well. Sprint, send Merrily. There you go. Sprite can already make Toad as long as they have 3 summons in hand, right? Ooh, a Sprite Brigade send kit. Yeah, I mean, or Sprite Brigade send, you know, Angler. I mean, you get two beasts on the field. Aztec Emperor 94, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, I mean, it's really quite good. Sure makes off 2 guys now, but you still lose the follow-up that Rona represented, which is tragic. True. And goes while they can still make Toad. Yeah, for sure. So, in terms of Flounder, you're going to see probably the same amount of Flounderies, just because, you know, Shifter's a good card. Barrier Statue of the Stormwinds is a good card. Empen's a good card. There you go. In terms of, I know, gone too soon, the boy Ronan. Hell yeah, Ninjas is real fun though. Math Mech. I'm worried about Math Mech, honestly, because so many of their monsters are light targets, you know, and with Bestials in the format. I'd be real worried if I was a Mathmech player right now because, hitting a tier, basically DD crowing a tier, that's good. Of course it is. However, using a Bestial to be able to hit the diameter in the graveyard for a Mathmech when they try to go for super factorial, devastating. You lose, you lose the removal from the field, the removal from the hand, and the spell and trap removal if that's around, and you lose the Omni Negate. I mean, it's just, you lose so much from that. Marincess best Cyber deck, let's go. True. Marincess with Zealantis could be quite interesting. Number 5 in the script, I'm super hesitant. Please put me against a string of Mathmech players. Yeah. We could do quite well with that. So y'all, let's take a look at that deck from Yugioh. Let me see if we can go over here. Let me see if I can remember where. I forgot to pull it up beforehand, so give me a moment to find Yugioh's list. I could probably just Google it. Let's see. The Scareclaw Tearlament build also was quite interesting. I had a friend who was asking me about, they hit me up today and they're like, yo, could you bring, you wouldn't happen to have a Scareclaw engine, would you? And I was like, I do. And he's like, could you bring it to Minneapolis? And I'm like, last I heard you weren't on this deck, but I'm interested to see what you're doing. Marincess G Golem. Yep, we love it. Also, hey Max. You think Zealantis is going to be great for Marincess. Son thought it'd be cool for Grind Game Crackback. Seems resource heavy. Yeah, so I think it could be interesting. It's mostly just like, I see a water monster and I'm like, Marincess, will it do much? I don't really know. But it does provide some, some board breaking during the battle phase. Will that be used? We'll have to see. Let me see if I can. Yugioh Schmidt. Runic Sprite Utrecht. I misspelled Utrecht. That's fine. I wish Rika could keep up with the current deck still. Aztec Emperor, I don't. Reminder to hydrate. Thank you. Thank you very much. The thing about Rika, though, is I don't think it's terrible in this format. Your Rika monsters are all waters, and Genus Loci is an earth, right? So you're not really dealing with a whole lot of light monsters as far as I remember. I don't think it's a terrible choice for this format. So yeah. Nice drop. Anyways, the Atlantis with my Link 4 summon back Toad. Ooh. I'm saying it's Trap Trick's best deck. Turn 1 Crossroads Dragon plus a Bistroller off 2 cards. Hell yeah. That's pretty good. So this is Yugioh's deck list from Utrecht. So might be a little difficult to see. Let me move this around a little bit. Have to do some finagling here. I think Rika holds up well. Yeah, I would agree with that. Let's see if we can make this a bit too small. There we go. That's a little bit better. Yeah. Whoop. All right. So y'all, so in this Runic Sprite deck through Newman Era with Sun Avalon 2. True. So Sprite Mannequin band number 29, Mannequin Cat. Mannequin Cat is an amazing card. We'll talk about that in a second here. So we got 3 Sprite Blue, 3 Sprite Jet. Most Sprite decks, you're just gonna see these in there. 1 Carrot, 1 Red. It's interesting that Sprite decks really aren't playing like the 2 red anymore. It's like red, and sometimes I see people even just side decking Carrot, which is interesting. Mannequin Cat is a hella cool card. Like, I'm so glad to see it. I'm so glad to see it having play. I was playing it in Melfi. Just as like, I was playing it in like Melfi Try, which was interesting. It was like they use Ash and you summon off, you summon Kid off Ash, which is kind of neato. Anyway, 3 Lava Golem because this deck doesn't really need its normal summon. As a matter of fact, like it only really has like 3 normal summons. So Lava Golem, yeah, I mean Lava Golem came up big. Iperia, which is, if you haven't seen this card, if its card is summoned, draw 1 card. So basically, the idea of this deck is like draw as many cards as you can, usually during your turn. Like if you have a good turn, you're probably drawing like 5 cards, because what you'll do is you'll use Iperia or Capshell, and you're going to be drawing a card off of them, drawing 1 card off one of them and 1 off another, and then you're going to be shuffling 3 back with the Runic Field spell, and then going into the Runic stuff. I don't like it when my pet deck cards get picked up by much stronger decks, because then I gotta sit around and wonder why they banned Electromite when she did nothing wrong. She did nothing wrong whatsoever. You know exactly what she did wrong, Torin. Jesus. You know what she did wrong. You know it. Anyway, spells. 3 starter, 1 smashers, standard. 2 fountain. 2 fountain is the right move if you're playing Runic. You don't want to mess around with 1, because people are out here playing Cosmic. You don't want to lose it. And then pretty much you're just playing 3 of all the good Runic cards. Like this is looking pretty good. Yeah, so you've got your Destruction, your Flashing Fire, which is the Special Summon Destroyer. You got the Veiler, and you've got the one that prevents from destruction. And then there's even 1 Runic Dispelling, which is kind of, I think it's just for like another Runic name, basically, as is the Smiting Storm. Smiting Storm is very interesting, though, occasionally. I want to play Runic Sprite so bad, but I don't want to go through the ordeal of obtaining a Runic Core. True. Yeah, yeah, Aurora. Yeah, I mean, we were taking a look at these Runic cards, and we were like, this is kind of busted. Like, we're looking at like Runic Sprite, and we're like, this could be really good. Of course, like I didn't have like this level of complexity or adequacy to the build, but yeah, I mean it's very strong. And then 2 triple tactics. In the extra deck, you've got 1 Jerry. I just love saying that. 3 Hugin. This is why the deck works. It's a level 2. It's basically a level 2 instant fusion target, and look how many ways you have to summon it. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17. So the chance that you open at least 1 way to Hugin is like, I mean, it's extremely high. So it makes the deck hyper consistent. A lot of these are kind of, you see a lot of these in Sprite decks now, Onibimaru for board breaking. It's really necessary in this deck because if you're not having a battle phase, you need to have removal. Your 2 Gigantic Sprite, your Jin Buster, Abramax, because a lot of decks just can't deal with this card, and it's something I have to think about too. A Unicorn, Dark, of course, 2 Elf. You're always playing either 2 or 3 Elf. I think he said only 2 came up for him. I think 3, but you know what? I didn't win a YCS, did I? And then the Masquerade. Now, Mannequin Cat. So, if you haven't read this card, soft once per turn, but you're only playing 1 copy. You can detach 1 material from this card, then target 1 monster in your opponent's graveyard. Special summon it to your opponent's field. If a monster is special summoned to your opponent's field while you control this monster, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, special summon 1 monster with the same type or attribute from your hand, deck, or graveyard. So, this is why you see some weird shit in the extra deck, or in the side deck. We're going to see a lot of play from Sprint, 100%. Turns out imprims that only require normal summons and plus you afterwards are pretty good, yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't believe it, would you? So in the side deck, we have 3 Sphere Mode, the Red Resonator, which, as you probably saw, life points are good. 1 more Triple Tactics Talent, 3 Droplet. This is good for board breaking. It's also good if you're playing against like the branded the branded decks that are using branded banishment, because you can send the site, or well, you can send the Ra's Disciple or the Edo if somebody puts that on your field. Niche applications for 500 Alex. And then 3 Eradicator. This is super easy to make because you need a monster with dark monster 2500 or more. If you put Hugin under your Gigantic Sprite, it just makes it immediately. So it's really good against other runic decks. Sprint is a great one of that baits out hand traps and builds that don't need to be carried by it, or a one of that starts off your entire combo but doesn't need to be used to work. Yeah, 100%. It's an incredible card. Really love it. So then the weird stuff in the extra deck. There's a Chaos Hunter, there's Testudo Era Numen, and Ryo. So if you're an old head, you know what Ryo does. This is, your, it doesn't allow you to add cards to your hand. So Chaos Hunter, this one's really cool. So what Yugioh was doing was, if he got de-shifted, he would slap 2 level 2 monsters together, and make the Mannequin Cat. Mannequin Cat, summon the de-shifter, and then summon Chaos Hunter from the deck. This card absolutely kills the grind game of Floanderies because all the monsters start going to the graveyard. It is really, really cool. It's a very cool interaction. And because the only thing that, they share being a dark with Dimension Shifter. It's very interesting to see this. Mannequin Cat is a card that kind of works like Small World, right? It's a card that rewards smart deck building and interesting and really think outside the box. I mean, who thought that Yugioh was gonna roll up with Tiny Turtle? But this card is amazing against Tier Limit because they put an Aqua on the field and you just summon this guy. Yeah, it's very similar to Summon Sork for sure. And then Ryo, if there's a light monster, if they Veiler you, or if you're playing against Mathmech or something, and you basically prevent them from adding things. Yeah, Ryo is very cool. I love this. Genuine question. How do people summon these if Sprite locks you into rank level link 2? So the thing is that you're in the Sprite Runic build, as long as you open a Runic Quick Play, yeah, Aurora's got it here. Just don't use Gigantic or Starter first, or wait until the opponent's turn when they summon something. Yep, so you can just, because you have 17 different ways to a Quick Play, and then you have all these level 2 monsters, as long as you have those two, you can just slap them together for the Mannequin Cat. Side note, combos insanely well with Sprint if you're planning to end on it, so this just gets better. 100%. Let's see. RP1001, I think that is. Thank you so much for the follow. So yeah, this deck is really cool. This build absolutely whips. Big shout outs to Yugioh. This is just so sick. I love it. We'll go over one more deck list before we dive into moving on to Minneapolis. Let me see, where was that Scareclaw? Yes, I think it was this one. So, this was another deck that did quite well. It was top 16 at Utrecht. This is a 44 card deck, Scareclaw, Danger, Tier Limit. So, what does this build have over other ones? This one does not instantly lose to Dweller, which is pretty nice. So, you have it's very standard. You have 3 Sharon, 3 Havness, 3 Merrily, 2 Rhinoheart though. You only have 2 Rhinoheart in this because your Reichheart might also be a normal summon that you have. You play 3 Visas, which is Visas is so interesting in this deck because he's a level 6 tuner, and he can special summon himself by popping one of your tier elements, which is just great. Outstanding. You have Zephyros because he's Zephyros. the Strudo, and then you have your Dangers, you have your Albion, your 3 Nessie, 2 Pellerano. You play 2 of this, so you can like, let's see, did they play 2 of the Funko? Just one of the Funko. So yeah, it still allows you to search it if you know, like you open it or something. It's also a nice consistency piece. And then you have Perlareno. Vinny Vsauce is real. 2 Arrival. This is the Monster Reborn for Scareclaw. 3 Brandon and High Spirits. I love seeing this card. This card is... Brandon and High Spirits is one of the coolest cards in the meta right now. Absolutely adore it. Oh, thank you very much, Aurora. You have a Terraforming, a Set Rotation. This is also good for having your 2 Scareclaw field spells in case you open one, so this card is always life. Triggers Kaleido. Yep, absolutely. So, Instant Fusion, of course, 3 Dark Ruler, 2 Solic, and 3 Imper. In your extra, you got the 1 Kaleido, your 2 Kakalos, 1 a Dragon of the Swamp. You have a Baron de Fleur here, which is really nice. Basically, you can go into this quite easily with Visas. And you have, you know, the one Reghart, and you have 3 Visas, and you have the 2 Regphobia. So you have like 6 different ways to see the card, which is pretty nice. So then they're playing the DTS Frog for the High Spirits, the Garura, of course, the Dragastapelia, your Lightheart, your Dark Charmer, Elf, Curious, Griffin, Dweller, and Time Thief. So Curious, you can make this with your Danger monsters, a Tier Element, and you can use something like Reghart, because Reghart and Lightheart are also, Reghart and Lightheart are both darks, and one's a warrior and one is a beast warrior, so it doesn't really conflict. What's happening with the Vikings? Oh, I'm just making a joke because we're going to be in Minnesota, and I like Lizzo. Redoer my husbando. Just finished up some work. Oh, it's all good, Ren. I'm glad to see you're here. And hello, Sir Blackson. So nice to see you as well. So, side deck. 3 Nib. You're going to be seeing less of this probably after Darkwing Blast. Then your Gamma and your Driver. Skullmark Ladybug because time rules suck. 3 Dogwood because time rules suck. 3 Cosmic. And 1 Anti-Spell Fragrance, which you're going to likely be sending down with the Curious to revive with the Nightmare Griffin. So yeah, so this is a really cool deck list. I would not be surprised if you saw this at if you started seeing this at Minneapolis this weekend, because Scareclaw also gets a new card in this set, which is Scareclaw Twinsaw. Twinsaw is basically an Icarus. It's an in-archetype Icarus attack, and Reghart can search it, which is really nice. So yeah, really cool deck. Congrats to Danielle Estella, who did quite well with this. So, with that, y'all, Gito is behind us. Utrecht is behind us. A lock too, isn't it? What do you mean by a lock, Aurora? Twinsaw, yeah, Twinsaw is really nice. I mean, yeah, it's a, tribute 1, pop 2, which is pretty sick. So, graveyard effect? Oh, yes. Yeah. So the graveyard effect of it is, I believe it prevents your, it negates the effects of all link monsters that turn or something. Yes. It's a dim barrier for links. Yep. Let's see. Nova! Golden Nova, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much. Yes. Hello, Nova Raiders. So yeah, Twin Saw. So let me look this up. I forget. Is Twin Saw generic, or do you have to have a thing on the field for it? Howdy, howdy. It's so good to see you, Nova. How are you doing today? So Twin Saw, if a link through or higher monster is on the field. Oh, yeah. That's pretty doable. You know, I'm interested to see if you could see this in like, I don't know, someone doing like foolish burial goods with this. That'd be kind of funny. Um, what a good ass card though. Um, so yeah, so those are stuff from the past two. Doing good, playing my comfort game. Stream's been good. We were just going over stuff from YCS Utrecht. Yeah, so it's been really cool. Yeah. So y'all, let's talk Minneapolis. So I'm gonna be leaving for Minneapolis tomorrow with a couple of my friends who are chilling out in stream here, Noah and Ryder. And we're also gonna be the most scuffed 3v3 team you'll ever see if we lose. So, I wanted to show off the Labyrinth deck list that I will be submitting after the stream to compete. Thank you so much. Oop, I timed out due to inactivity. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this up right quick, y'all. T's bringing a new meaning to Squid Game's riff. Dump it, banish it with Griffin on board. Griffin is still alive because it's passive, yeah. Hey, let's go. Alright. Finally a lab deck list. Yep. Alright, let me see if it saved all my changes here. I believe it did. Alright, y'all. So, this is the Labyrinth deck list that I will be bringing. Let me see, did I get everything in here? Is the... one last thing. Lovely labs. You know it, babe. There we go. Alright, y'all. So this is the deck list. So I had to tailor it a little bit, because of, Double coming out. Don't you dare top. I'm trying to keep the price of Lady down. If I feel you on that. If I'll say this. Are you trying to get some Lady Labyrinth Aurora? Starlight Road, let's go. Top so the runic prices drop. LOL. So yeah. So guys, so this is the list that I'm playing for it. It's a little bit different from other ones. Probably pick them up at my locals. I'll tell you what. If I top this weekend, I will just send you a playset myself. I don't think I'll top, but you know what? If I do, it's on me. So I'm playing 2 backjack. So the thing is that I was playing 3 in some builds before. This card, you don't really want to see it in your opening hand anymore, unless you're going second. But if you're going first, you don't want to see this in your opening hand, because of the bestials. Because you don't want to send this to the graveyard during your turn and then have a bestial just banish it so you don't get the effect. It's pretty rough if that happens. So you really just want to be sending it to the graveyard during your opponent's turn now. Let the prices hit the floor. So I'm playing 1 Ariane. So I hadn't been playing her that much, but you know what? With the bestials out, you want to be playing less of the setters, and you want to be playing more of your like going first consistency pieces. And Ariane can be really rough if she gets impermed, but if she doesn't, I mean, it's a lot of advantage. And against here, you get turn 1 Dweller setups or Baguska, depending on what you need for the moment. Three, Ariana. She's, as I've said before, she is the Stratos. Um, she longs for a Tower Zone Swarm, maybe. Um, she's the Stratos of the deck. She is just an incredible card. Mandatory three of, I think. No Dharma Cannon. Shake my head, coward. Yeah. I played with it a bit. It's cool. I thought about taking out Torrential for it, but I think it's just I think Torrential's just better for this deck. Two Chandra and two Stovey. Once again with this, they're not as good as they used to be because of the Bestials. Your grind game is lesser because the Bestials are probably just banishing them from the graveyard. So you have to be careful with that. Must return to hand. Thank you so much, son. So nice to see you here. Three, Lady of the Labyrinth. Now, I've talked about this card all the time. This is the best card in the deck. Play this card, absolutely play it, and play a copy of Kuklak with it because you become the most aggressive trap deck in the world. I mean, this deck is aggressive as all hell. I mean, you're going to be able to find, in certain setups, you're going to be able to get basically any trap you need and activate it that turn. Just incredible. Then you have two Field Spell. I was playing one for a while because, it doesn't search on activation. But this card is so crucial for your grind game. You really want two of this. Definitely. I'm playing two Extrav and one Prosperity. Would I play three Prosperity if I had them? Probably. I don't think this ratio is bad. But yeah. Ren says, I cannot wait for Double. After months of testing Theocraft, I'll finally be able to have Kashtira Punk in my hand. Even an ulti imperm. Hell yeah. Oh, I'm so glad you have that, Ren. I know how hard you've been Theory in that deck, and it's going to pay off. 100%. How much time in the round? I don't know. Let me check the clock. Aggressively summons both boss monsters in one turn. True. Two Ghastly Glitch. How many Labyrinth... How many Labyrinth Wall? Oh, we should play more. Two Ghastly Glitch. This card is amazing, but you don't want to brick on it with no fiends on the field. So two, I think, is the right number for this. 100% very sexy. DDD King Caesar and Machinex. Yes. I have thought about that as well. See, if I was playing Prosperity, I would honestly probably play you can do that, or I might also be inclined to play Raiders Knight and Ark Rebellion. No one I talked about Soul Scissors, which is also really good in this deck. Needs some more testing, and it's kind of a brick, but it's very interesting. Anyway, two Compulse. I took this out. I took out the third Compulse, which I might regret, but I wanted to make space for some of the one-up traps that I have here. So then, in terms of the other removal traps, two Dogmatica Punishment, two Ice Dragon's Prison, and two Terrors of the Overroot. So the thing is that the trap cards that are at 2, I'm also playing a Trap Trick. So the ones that are hard ones per turns, it makes it less likely that I brick on them. This is also good for, basically just getting you access to any of the cards that you need. Then kind of the search targets for Lady of the Labyrinth, you have D-Barrier. I mean, this card it's really good in this format. I mean, I think D-Barrier is a great card going first or second. I very much like it. Then your Torrential Tribute, because basically anything that D-Barrier doesn't hit, Torrential hits. So if you're basically Flaunderies, you don't really need it against Flounder, because this deck doesn't really care that much about it, but it comes up. And then one Fiend Griefing. So this card, This card is really good. Wing Wind Blast is really good too. I just don't like the discard because I'm not playing Backjack. Because I'm not playing 3 Backjack in this, I found Wind Blast to be kind of rough because I wouldn't always have cards in hand for it. Same thing with Dynamiscus. Um, so griefing, target one monster in your opponent's graveyard, shuffle it into the deck, then you can send a fiend from your deck to the graveyard. So this is very similar to Gaslight Glitch. It just, it's a foolish return instead of a just like pop one. This came on recommendation from my friend Yugioh, who I was working on this deck with. So before anything else with this, I want to give a shout out to people who helped me working on this deck. So first off, Yugioh, we sat for about 2 hours and talked about this build and such, and threw ideas back and forth. So big shout out to him, super helpful and just been wonderful. Calidora Strix, who has topped a couple of Chalice Slimes with Labyrinth, and I think is like one of the foremost thinkers of this deck. I can't thank her enough for talking with me about this deck. She's just been so helpful. Absolutely adore her. Diamond Dude Yugioh, who also helped me with some of the ratios for this deck, and Noah and Torin, who are in chat, who have put up with me like for every day for like the past 2 weeks, being like, what about this? What about this idea? What about this idea? Just like huge, big shout outs to them, to all 5 of these people for helping me, and anyone else who has like helped me with thoughts for this. I super appreciate it. Have I considered Unchained Abomination? Yes, I have. I have thought about that. I think it's really cool. But I do have to play an Unchained monster, and the Unchained monsters have been kind of, they're kind of weird. They're a bit, you have to play them in multiples for them to not be bricks necessarily, and they don't always like work together nicely with the deck. I like kind of the more pure build. Have you added Alistair yet? No, I have not. Also, Royal Decree inside at locals. Fuck both of you. I gave Eva horrifying evil dark side members by banishing half the deck with Bestials. Yeah, it was pretty rough. Trace, thank you so much for the follow. Hey, Trace. So then in the extra deck, we've got 2 Underworld Goddess. This is for helping with Towers monsters. Oh, sorry. Not for Abomination. I was thinking of the link to Unchained Soul of Rage. Yeah, because like Abomination is fine, but usually if you're making a link 4, you're already winning, and if you're making a link 5, like you're gonna want to. The only time you're making like a high link monster, is really if you're going into Goddess. So yeah. Yeah. Any thoughts on Draco, Utopia, and Aura? Need to get my Abomination Unchained. Y'all feel me? Oh my god. Draco, Utopia, and Aura. So the card is okay. But the problems that we're coming up with for Utopia and Aura were like when I get ashed unwelcome. It's like that doesn't help that much with it. It's good for playing into boards, but I wanted to focus on. Basically, I was playing Solemn Strike in the deck over Imperm before, but I wanted to keep my normal trap count really high. There are basically 20 normal traps here that can be set off of Backjack. So it's like if you hit Backjack, there's like an 82% chance that you're going to see a normal trap off of the Backjack mill. And I didn't really want to dip below that percentage. So yeah. But the imperms, I think, were coming up more than like Solemn Strike because of like hitting a Kit Kalos with Imperm or a Hugin with Imperm, Gigantic with Imperm, was just so impactful that I felt like I really wanted this in the deck. Accumulation of Fortune, yeah, I think that's a really cool card in the deck too, honestly. Eleven got recently wrecked by Pure Runic, who tribute summoned Jinzo. Yep, I've heard it before. What do you have for going second? Man, Chandra and Stovey are so good. They are, but Chandra and Stovey are good if you have like Backjack in hand or something. If not, they're just kind of fine. So, you will have poop on him in field spell anyway. Anima. Sometimes you can link off Backjack into Anima, and then it's very funny. Your opponent never expects it. I've stolen Marincess links with this, which is hilarious. Dugaris, two of these. This card comes up quite a bit. It's a fiend as well. Baguska, he's a fiend, so it doesn't care about your fiend lock. Dweller, you can make this going first against Tyr if you open up Ariana. Then these are basically just the punishment targets. 3 Natis, and then 2 Garura. These were coming up the most. I like this quite a bit. Kuklok. I have been trumping the validity of Kuklok forever. Baguska, best sleepy boy. So Muckraker from the Underworld. This card comes up usually in late game where you have like extra cards. Baguska. This comes up when you have like a card that you can discard in your hand and you need to like bring back Lovely or Lady from the graveyard. It's good as a one of in the extra. I like it. Masarka Magus that when he's sleepy. So in the side deck, there's a lot of hate here. 3 Judgment. It's a trap deck. Y'all know it's a trap deck. We play 3 Judgment. Then 3 Shifter. Usually you put this in going second against decks like Tyr and Mathmech. You can also put it in like going second against Runic too, because then they can't use Fountain. So you often don't really want to be playing this going first. Because then it turns off this card, this card, this card, this card. Like, it's kind of rough. This card as well. It turns off basically all your normal traps. So you don't really want to be setting Sin going first, but going second, absolutely. Wish I had 2, but I'm saying what? Wait. What? Wish I had 2 what? 2 whats? 2 but whats? Anyway. Stop. Really? God. Y'all in the... Jesus. Anyway. 3 Droll. This card comes up against basically every card that comes up against so many different matchups. Comes up against Runic. It comes up against Tri-Sprite. It comes up against Dangers here. So yeah. Bagusi, Pasusi. Stop. Anyway, I'm trying to get 2 Baguskas inside. What does that even... Why do I put up with this? Anyway. So, 2 mine. I'm sorry. I know what more I can tell you. So I can make it right in front of my salad joke. Jesus Christ. Metaverse. This can get out your Mystic Mine. This can get out your Labyrinth. It can also get out Necro Valley, which I'm playing on the side because I'm fun. So, yeah. Necro Valley is... it hurts your deck, too. But if you're playing against Tier Elements and they can't out this card, well, GG's. Because if you have Lady of the Labyrinth plus Necro Valley on the field, you know, that's just a 3k beat stick every turn. So, not going to be easily handled. Eradicator. I mean, this card is amazing against, this card's amazing against tier. Or, excuse me, amazing against Runic. It comes up in other matchups, you know, Flandres, etc. It doesn't come up in every matchup, though. It hits every matchup to some extent, but it's not the most impactful. Yes, but to get to Heartbeat, they're usually going to have to go into, Kikalos. And how are you going to get to Kikalos unless you're, polying from your hand? So, and it doesn't, and then your effects still don't trigger in the graveyard, so, I don't think so. It's, unless they draw it, but yeah. And then the other D barrier, because this card's wild. Penbeth's deck, yeah, until I flip D barrier on ya. So, this is the deck list that I'm going to be submitting tonight after the stream. Shout out to everyone who's been helping me with this. I really appreciate all the help. It's been a long, I've been playing with this deck so much, and I really hope it can do well. You know, I played in the last YCS with this deck pre-Lady, and I mean, she changes so much about the deck. And once Photon Hypernova comes out, you know I'm still going to be playing this deck because Big Welcome Labyrinth is such a sick card. I am ridiculously excited. So, please feel free to net deck it. You can feel free to do so. So, with that, I actually wanted to bring on a couple of friends to do some, to talk about their decks as well for this. So I think, Noah, if you are in chat and want to jump on Discord with me so we can talk about your deck, that would be awesome. Let's see if he's around. Metaverse plus Necro Valley. Gotta get my mic set up. Metaverse plus Necro Valley is better than End of Anubis. Yeah, the thing is it doesn't lose to Super Poly. So, you know, if tier opens Dark Ruler or Super Poly, then Anubis doesn't matter. If you have Necro Valley, you know, what's Super Poly do to Necro Valley? So, let me see if my Discord will start up, actually. Whoop. This might tank the stream for a bit here. Actually, let me close this for a second. Let me get this pulled up. Let me close out of this for now. Whoop. Hold on 1 second while I pull up this image, y'all. Saving this. Boom. Okay, I can close out of this now. Set impermanent pen call. That's very funny. Let me do this. Give me 1 second. Image. Browse. Okay. So, this here is actually Noah's deck list. Let me see if I can make this like a bit smaller so I can fiddle this in here without it like getting cut off. All right. Let's see. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Noah, if you want to jump on so we can talk about this deck list. Let me see if I can pull up your voice. Let's see. Yo, what up? Let me see if I can get Application audio, Discord. All right. Let's see if this is working here.
I
No,
honestly.
can you try speaking?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Can anyone hear Noah? Go ahead and give it another shot, Noah.
Okay, it's working. I have to mute your stream now, but I just wanted to make sure it was working.
Working? Oh my god, I can't. I have never gotten this right on the third try. Uh,
I
Aurora, next time you come to like when you're coming to an event, or I mean anytime in the future though, I'd love to have you on to talk some deck building. So yeah. Um. So Noah, what's up?
so I initially wanted to play uh Bestial Dragon Link, as you remember,
I do. I do.
and then I played it. I played tested it a little bit and bricked it like 8 times in a row, and I was like, this is not for me. Here, I can move the mic away from. Um,
Tad loud. Yeah, I can turn it down a little bit. Oh yeah, the Discord is like way up. Let's try this.
Sorry.
Oh,
Um,
you're fine.
so I went back to, I guess, I Branded Espia is probably like the deck I've played the most at locals and everything for a while. So
Mhm.
I slotted them in here, and I think it's actually really cool. I like the synergy a lot more than Dragon Link. I mean, I know they're dragons. I know they're everything.
Mhm.
Like they do a lot for the deck, but this once you I don't know, once you get this deck rolling with both engines, it feels like absurd, like way stronger than Dragon Link. Though the turn 3 in Dragon Link search off Magnum is way better. I gotta admit.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, yeah, playing against this deck though, it's been really strong. It's been really cool to see this. So yeah.
Um, only decisions I'm playing like almost zero interaction besides the Bystials, obviously in main, besides Super Poly, but there's just not room. I mean, I'm playing. You can see I'm playing the tiniest little branded engine you can possibly play to still call a deck branded,
Right.
and uh, I'm not playing anything extra for the Pistials. I'm not playing any luxury stuff like comedy or dramaturge or shrouded dragon or anything else. Like I just didn't. I wanted to keep it at 40 because I wanted to keep it consistent. Um, and yeah, and the side plan is basically if the Pistials are good, goodbye patchworks. I can take out 6 cards for free
Yep.
and just lose a little bit of gas.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I mean, I really like this deck list. I mean, we were playtesting together, and this deck was very strong. I mean, you're a lot of the things in this deck are just like there's some really cool synergies, which like the big one that I really loved while playing with this was your Lubellion is able to tribute your Albion, um, and this allows you to get your Lubellion on your Bestial Lubellion on the field while also getting your Albion in the graveyard to be able to set branded in red for your opponent's turn. Um, it's a really nice grind. It has a pretty nice grind game with the number of Bestials that are played, and the branded beasts and branded regained. I mean, these cards are really nice. Um, really good for
yeah,
the deck, and yeah, I this deck is very strong. And
I'm
um,
like
yeah, go for it.
so I'm like a habitual like one ad lib no other searches player. Like I usually used to play like a single comedy, and I would never play dramaturge. I would never play Albion. And I think that the thing I like most about the engine is that if you do get into a long grind where it's just 2 engines against each other, Regained lets you recycle adlib. Your one adlib to deck, so you can research it off of Tragedy, reuse it to special summon Mirror Jade back, and you can just keep going forever. Um, as a bit of a meme, there's also cases where because I'm playing Alba, you can shuffle back like both of your Albions if you've gone through them, reset your deck,
My
and like all
God.
your Bystials. So I've done that like maybe once or twice in games where you make like a 5-mat Albion and just put back all your Bastille names from Banish and all your Albions, and it just completely turns your deck back on.
Jesus, that's kind of wild, honestly. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this deck, yeah, I mean, you're playing the two Guardian Chimera, your Mud Dragon, your Garura, Starving Venom, and Dragostapelia are, some of these are made in engine, and some of these are, the super poly targets, of course, with Mud Dragon, Garura, and the Starving Venom. And then the ratios um, are pretty, mandatory. The two Libellion, the two Albion, two Masquerade, two Mirror Jade, and the one Albulanatus. And then in your side deck here, so I see you're playing two Eradicator, two Trap Trick, and two Deck Devastation. So why the Deck Devastation? What are you afraid of?
This was okay. First of all, this was your idea. Uh,
It
second
was?
of all, yeah, this was your
Oh,
idea.
that's true.
Yeah, but it's for Flunder.
Yeah.
It's for Flunder. It's also really good against Sprite. I
Yep.
went against a like Sprite list on Edo Pro recently, and I deck dev'd them and hit. What was it? They it was like they drew 5 hand traps turn one, and they just like stopped all of my plays, and I just opened like it was like deck dev plus like 2 Bestials plus nothing, like uh, just bricks.
Mm-hmm.
They stopped both my Bestials, but kept a DD Crow in their grave, and so I just like waited for their turn. They top decked Nimble Beaver, of course. So they normal summoned it. I special summoned Magnamut, and then just deck daved it, and they ended with 2 Imperm in hand into nothing. So it's like, all right, well that's probably it. They just conceded. So stuff like that. It's really good, but it's really good against Flunder. And there are a lot of decks where you can actually just play both, and if you draw one, you just trap trick for the other if you draw it.
Yeah.
And you can put 7 million guys with 2500 attack on field, so like they just keep coming. So it's really easy to trigger.
Absolutely. Yeah, I really like the deck dev and like the trap trick inclusion. I really like the like 6 cards in the side deck where two of them are like where you have two ofs for like trap trick targets. Just it helps cut down on that redundancy, which I really like. And then
Yeah.
if you do end up like already drawing them, you could just grab like what banishment or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can't. I don't play 2 of anything else.
Oh, it's not two of. Yeah, that's correct.
But I mean, it's the fact is the other thing you need in the deck is discard power. So like if you brick, but if you don't completely brick, I mean, you just got a bunch of pitches. It's like when you search the second Fright for Patchwork. Like if you open Edge of Chain, pitch it, search Patchwork, activate Patchwork,
Hmm.
then it's like if you have another Patchwork, it's just dead. So why not? Um, Stuff like that.
For sure. Um, yeah, I'm really excited to see how this deck does. I think this build is really good, and I'm excited to see how you're gonna do with it. So yeah, um, and then we also wanted to patch in our have a good night, you too. Bye. Um, then we also wanted to patch in Ryder to talk about their deck list as well. I don't know if I have their Discord. Would you be able to toss
Yeah.
it in the chat or in our Discord here so I can add them?
The call. Hold on.
Oh, you can add them to
Uh,
the call.
I don't know if we can. Well, you can actually. Are you still in? I'm just gonna just find them from here.
Mm-hmm.
I tagged you in it.
My list is sent you, and I sent a request. Oh, you sent a request?
I sent it. I like tagged you, added you in one of the discords that you are both.
Oh, where is this?
I don't know. Maybe you're in too many. Hold on. I want to see if
I probably am, to be honest.
Oh yeah, here we go. Alright.
Hello?
Well,
Yo, let me see. I think I have to switch this, to. There we go. If I switch it to this, all right. Can you try talking?
Yeah, I'll try talking. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right,
Oh
cool.
no. Can everyone? Can
Hello.
everyone chat? Can everyone chat hear them?
Yeah, can everyone in chat hear me? I have annoying things to say and do.
Works. Awesome. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Yeah, I guess I'm better known as Ryder on Twitter than I am by my actual name. I'm the one that keeps posting annoying stuff in all of Eva's threads, or talking about goth girls on my own Twitter. And I like to think that's my legacy.
And we love you for it. um,
Um, do you want me to send you the dueling book deck profile that I've got here?
sure. Yeah. I can just like take a screenshot of it if you want, or if you have a screenshot, I can just push it right up here.
Yeah, let me grab a screeny.
Sure.
A little,
A
little
screeny?
screeno,
A,
little screeno
a
real quick.
screeny? Screeny
Oh,
sounds wrong, like it's like if you go to like a drive-in movie theater, and it's like, yo, I got a
you
screen.
kids want to watch a screeny? Right. I keep going to use my like main keyboard and forgetting that I unplugged it so that my microphone would work.
Rip.
I just did it again. All right. I
Sick.
sent the screenshot.
Sick. I'm gonna save this.
Rider down bad Torino. True. Literally me.
Save this here. Now let me see. Image. Let me get this other one here.
Once it's like
All
up on
right.
the stream, I will explain myself
All right, y'all. So
and my words and deeds.
so we had Labyrinth, we had Branded Vistio, and now we have Pendulum. Take it
Bastard,
away.
let's go! All
My
right,
word.
so
Go for it.
I was listening earlier when Noah was like, I'm playing 40 because consistency. I'm playing 43 because I'm consistently playing a better deck. This is Pendulum. This is Draco Slayer. Uh, I literally have ripped off both MBT and Triff's videos and combined it into my own fun little cope list. I'm playing seven Pendulum Magicians. I forgot about Harmonizing Magician up there.
How could you?
Because when I was watching Tripp's video earlier, I saw that he used Harm to bring out a Pen Magician and then make a second Ignister. And I was like, oh, that's how you get the second one out. I don't even have to like think about looping. I could just do that. Ryder sounds kind of like Jimbles. Oh, like the Ojama Lime person?
Oh my god. Hey, welcome to the chat. Um, yeah.
I don't know.
Um,
I like the Draco Slayers. They feel like old penned magicians to me.
yeah. Yeah, that was kind of the sense that I got while playing it. I mean, they're also, it helps that they're also level fours. Yeah, these cards are really strong. So people who haven't read them, so each of them are both Draco Slayers, and they also count as cards from a different Pendulum archetype. So there's a Dynamist one, there is a Ignite one, and there is a Magispectre one. So the the Dynamist one allows you to special summon a Draco Slayer from your Pendulum zone. Ignis Heat, the Ignite one, when it's destroyed, allows you to special summon a Draco Slayer from your deck, and that monster becomes a tuner. And you're usually summoning out the Majesty Pegasus with that. And when she's special summoned or pendulum summoned, she allows you to grab a field spell, any field spell, by discarding one card. So yeah, these cards are sick though. Yeah, so a lot of like kind of pendulum staples that we've seen, right?
I'm sorry, what? I was talking to Lily.
It's all good. So we have kind of a lot of pendulum staples here. We have like your double iris and such, and um,
Yeah,
I'm interested.
double
So
iris was a Noah idea actually.
yeah.
Because he was telling me, he was like, well, what if because you can luster pendulum or master pendulum if you want, and then pop it. Luster's
Yeah.
better because you can just search another double iris. And
And
then when double iris is popped, it grabs the one of time pendulum graph that I'm playing.
yeah.
Um, and then it gives you the other double iris to use as ammunition. I was kind of between that and the guiding Ariadne thing because I don't know how good destroying stuff by card effect is right now.
Yeah.
Um, but because I'm playing harmonizing magician, I felt like it was a better idea to play more pendulum magicians instead of like an unrelated fairy pendulum monster.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. How about the three purple poison? Like, I mean, I've seen purple poison in a lot of pendulum, lists over the years, but I don't think I've ever seen him at three. So what's up with that?
This one is another like luster pendulum pop thing, right? Because when purple poison gets popped, it destroys something on the field as well.
Right.
And I'm playing him at three because I actually, before I got into Yu-Gi-Oh, I was dating this girl, and her younger brother was like really really into Yu-Gi-Oh, and I like never talked to him about it because I was like, whatever, I don't do that nerd shit. Um, and he apparently had gone to like a few like premiere events with Draco pals. And so when these like Draco Slayer cards got revealed, I was like, I have to go like reach out to like my ex's younger brother to like see if there's anything spicy that like someone who played this deck, because my first pendulum deck was Pendulum Magicians, but his was Draco Pals. So I was like, all right, well let me see if he knows anything. And I messaged him, and he went, "Oh yeah, I don't like really play too much anymore, but like you should check this guy out. He knows a lot about pendulum." And linked me to Triff's channel.
Of course.
I was like, "All right, yeah, okay, that's super fair. I'm glad I like did this whole fucking like shot to my ego to like reach out to like a group of people that I like haven't spoken to in like 10 years." But he was talking about like purple poison being really good, and I was like, okay, whatever. So like I looked through my cards and I found purple poison. I found the guiding Ariadne, which is something that Draco pals were playing back then.
Right.
Um, Ariadne is really funny, obviously, just because like when it's popped, it can search one of the solemn, but it can search like one of any counter trap basically. The solemns just being the best ones. And so the purple poisons are just in there because they were played in the old list, and I saw no reason to remove them. Plus, I only like own a single copy of Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon, so I needed more targets for Skullcrobat Joker.
That is very fair. Yeah, so I really like the inclusion of the time pendulum graph. I mean, it's such a good card, and I think like that's one of the cool things about pendulum is that there's so many different cards that just work together and are united by this existence as pendulum cards. So you'll see double iris, harmonizing magician, monkey board showing up in so many different pendulum decks because they're great for their archetype, but they're also just so good. They're just so good, kind of naturally, in pendulum decks.
Yeah, people think the magicians are their own archetype, the Performapals are their own archetype, the Odd Eyes monsters are their own archetype. But the thing about pendulum is that it is truly just an arc of victory, and it is just all encompassing. And there is not a single bad pendulum card in the game. All of them are perfect.
True. Let's see.
I ran over Frogger. The reason nobody has tried Valence is because Electromite is still banned.
True. Yeah, the new spell card is quite good as no mentions here. Takes the PhD to play well. Yeah, it's hard to play. And also the new card that they have coming out in Photon Hypernova is pretty good. But yeah, we'll probably see more experimentation with it once that comes out. But now, like, it's kind of a weird
Yeah, ghost beef and mild turkey are actually tier 0 emony. So,
tier
you
zero.
know, yeah,
Absolutely.
watch what you say about ghost beef and mild turkey. They go kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm. I like the hand trap count in here. I really like the inclusion of Ghost Spell because one, it can hit tier cards, but it also hits the bestial monsters because they have to target and banish for for effect. So yeah, this is
Yeah, that was like a big. I love because one of the biggest problems with Pendulum Magicians is that it was so like you must be playing like every Pendulum Magician that you couldn't really run hand traps.
right.
And so it was like, okay, well, you don't have interruptions. You just kind of have to hope that your deck is good enough to like power through whatever they make and like break it or whatever. And over the years, Pendulum Magician kind of lost that, and now they're just Scythe Lock. Like that's it.
Yep. Yep.
But Draco Slayers are so like I don't know. It feels like because obviously you don't need to pop them using another Draco Slayer in order to get their effects off. That's why when I first built the deck, I was playing Mystical Space Typhoon and Wavering
Yes.
Eyes in the main because I was like, whatever, they still get their effects,
True.
and it
r-
makes it a lot easier to like run hand traps.
right. Yeah. Yeah. You don't see pendulum lists that are playing the let's see, the 9 hand traps that you're playing in it currently, which is pretty nice. Um, yeah. So what is kind of what's the end board that you're going for with this deck?
I don't know,
I'm
just kind of feeling it out.
if 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 I were to guess, I'm guessing it'll be like dweller, like dweller Appaloosa, um, or like, I mean, probably a lot of it also goes with like the field spell because you'll be putting up like Mystic Mine, or as you have in the extra deck or in the side deck Zombie World, which is a really sick inclusion.
Yeah, I figured Zombie World like doesn't really hurt me that much.
Yeah.
Unless I'm actively trying to make Selene, then it's like, all right.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's when I played it, like I haven't had a whole lot of time to play test because I've been at work a lot this week. But when I played it like recently, I noticed that I was ending on like Ignister and Dinoster a lot, and I was like, what am I supposed to do with these guys? Because they're obviously going second cards. Like, I mean, they're part of the combo, but they're also like really strong like board breakers.
Right.
And I was like, well, if I'm ending on these two, like they're not really doing much for me. And that's when I realized like what the Hope Harbinger was doing in the MBT video. I was like, oh, yeah, you just make this, and then you get a negate, and then it does put a lot of monsters on board like really, really consistently. Like there was one night I was playing and I had 5 cards in my hand, like when I pendulum summoned 5 monsters. Like I still
Sheesh.
had 5 after that, and that was crazy to me. So Apo is like a strong one. Baguska is obviously very good. I think it just depends on like what I'm playing against. Honestly, there's a part of me that is considering like maybe I should be playing second because like blind second basically, just because I have all these hand traps and like easy destruction and like removal and stuff like that. But again, because I haven't tested like at all this week, I really don't know, and so I'm just kind of going in there and winging it.
Hey, that's totally all right. And one of the nice things about this is if your end board is like Appaloosa, Dweller, Hope Harbinger, I mean, that's not really a board that can be super polyed, and it's also a board that plays around cards like Dark Ruler because you can, just Dweller in the draw phase. And
Mhm.
it also, like, the Hope Harbinger can protect your Appaloosa as well from being, run over in battle. So and especially if you have, like, that backed up by Time Pendulum Graph, maybe a hand trap, like, that's a pretty strong board. There's not a whole lot that's really gonna like be able to break through that fully, and you're probably gonna have follow up as well if things
Yeah,
are going well.
that's like literally my favorite part about like why like this is why I'm like bringing Draco Slayer and not like Invoked, which was my original plan, is that this one really feels like a toolbox, which is exactly how Pendulum Magicians felt to me when I like first picked up the deck.
Yeah.
And so like it is exciting for me to be like, oh, okay, yeah, I like have a bunch of options that I can go into, um, just based on like what the situation calls for, and that feels better to me than like building it a very like established board, because I feel like sometimes when I'm like playing Invoked, obviously like, oh yeah, like they're gonna normal summon Alistair, they're gonna link off for Artemis, or they're gonna do the Almirage Secure Gardener thing, and then they're gonna make Mechaba. So because of like how predictable that line is, it's like, oh, well, you can just kind of stop that like wherever you want to stop that. But I feel like with this deck specifically, there will always be a point at which my opponent is like, man, what the fuck are you doing? What are you making? Stop.
Yeah, there's just
And
like it's a deck that can really, it can also break a board quite well. Yeah.
yeah, it's like you can't really tell what I'm doing because I don't know what I'm doing. We're gonna find out together, and ultimately it's gonna be a problem for you and not me.
Amazing.
God willing, I will play against Pendulum players, and I can resolve Wavering Eyes for 4 in the year of our Lord
I
2022.
swear to God. I truly hope that you do. This would be so funny. With Bistio, they can just banish your Alistair, right? Yep.
Yeah,
they could-
exactly. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it can be very awkward with that.
Wait,
Quick
that's
question,
another thing I
actually.
love. Oh, what's up?
Oh, sorry. I have a quick question actually on the Valence oh, does it
Lack
apply?
Electromite.
Yes. Yeah, it does. It does apply to all pendulum decks, but like Valence, I think Valence is really. I mean, all of them are hurt by it generally, but I think Valence especially is like, what does they do without it?
Reiko Slayer, actually, the reason that I love it so much is because scaling Luster Pendulum and Ignis Phoenix is Electromite. Like, it just does that. Like, you pop the Ignis Phoenix and then add another Ignis Phoenix, which is like Electromite's like draw. The Ignis Phoenix you popped special summons another, monster from the deck, and then you just keep going from there. Like, it feels enough like Electromite that I'm like, yeah, I don't need her. I don't need her.
We
I
have
don't need her,
Electromite
but
at home.
I do keep checking her Instagram like every day. But it's okay because next format she's coming back to 1.
Next format.
Yeah. Next format,
Yeah.
Electromite's coming back to 1.
Absolutely. Electromite's definitely coming back to 1 next format.
Yeah. They wouldn't keep her away from me for another format, I think is the thing. They wouldn't do that to me.
Of course not.
Yeah, it would be mean. It would be unkind.
Well, if now let me take a big sip of water. So with that, I was actually wondering if one of y'all wanted to do some playing over on Edo Pro or something.
My laptop, the one that I've been using for the last like 4 months, does not have an updated version of Edo Pro
No.
on it, so I probably won't.
That's fine.
Just because like it would require a lot of downloading and stuff, and I'm currently downloading and installing Persona 5 on my Nintendo Switch so that I can play it on the road trip tomorrow.
Hey, yo, I should charge up my Switch and put something on there or something. Yeah.
Yeah, you should put Persona 5 Royal available now on Nintendo Switch. Actually, that's a lie. It's available at midnight.
It is good, but as we've talked about, I mean we both played like a ridiculous amount. Yeah. Oh yeah, right, Xenoblade.
That's true.
Yeah, I do have I do still have to work through Xenoblade. I have not been playing video games, y'all, because of this gosh darn card game.
Well, actually, another game that is available on the Nintendo Switch right now is actually Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. It is the only official Yu-Gi-Oh! Simulator, and you just it's the only way to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Online, I think. There's no other like website or application that you can do that with.
No, pay no attention to the thing currently on screen.
Yeah, that's a weird. That's a mod for Master Duel, I think, probably.
Absolutely, of course, of course. Um, well, with that, um, Noah, if you want to jump on and we can play, if you want, so we can show a bit off of what our decks are going to be doing. Um, Draco face off. Oh, lol.
I did look for Draco Face Off before I submitted the deck list. I don't own a single copy.
Rip. Oh man.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I know some people don't like running Draco face off in the deck, so I
The
get
thing
it.
is, it really doesn't even matter. Is the thing because I'm gonna go 11-0 is the thing. I'm coming back with a trophy, or I'm not coming back. That's a threat.
That's a threat.
Yeah, I'm coming back with a trophy, or I'm not coming back. That's a threat on my own life.
Jesus Christ. Well, I think for, let me see. Let me see if Noah is around, if he wants to jump in for a game. And he also said he could add your deck list to his Yugioh Pro, so we might be able to do that as well. We'll see.
Possibly, yeah. I'm gonna just like pop off and like make dinner very quickly.
Oh God, yeah, go for it. Yeah.
All right,
Thank
thanks
you.
for having me on.
Thank
Big
you for
fan of the
showing.
stream. I really appreciate you letting me be here. I love all your content. I'm gonna bring some cards for you to sign for me at the YCS. Okay.
I just
Let me
saw
know if
you.
we can get a picture together.
I just saw you like 2 days ago.
Oh my god, I'm so excited to meet you at the YCS. This
Shut
is
the
gonna be
fuck
crazy.
up.
Folks, niche internet celebrity. You've been
Stop.
upgraded.
Stop. Oh my God. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit.
Yeah, see you in a bit. Bye.
Chaos. True. True chaos. I love them, but chaos. Um.
Right.
So let me see. Oh, is that you, Noah? Hello.
Yes, sorry. I just
Yo.
had to unmute
You are totally fine.
Discord because I was trying to watch it from the stream, so I was like catch up the timing. I am currently trying to just throw their list into my Edo Pro real fast, and then I'm
Sure.
down to play.
Sure.
So to make sure.
Yeah. To make sure that it runs smoother, I am probably going to cut my video. So if y'all are worried about that, I'm just basically going to unplug my video. Let me see. I wonder if I can. Yo, Amazon might be able to do that, honestly. Let's see. Can I just pull this out? Go. Let me hide this real quick. Boom.
Okay,
There
I
we
think
go.
I have the main deck done, at least close enough.
Let me pull up my Yugioh Pro here.
Mystic Mine, Lament.
Lamau. Let me see if I fixed everything in here. Yeah, the Fiend Griefing, that. Yeah, this was a little different. Right, I took this out, Metaverse, and Necro Valley. Back and full of nutrients from a single Totino's pizza. Yo, living the dream, honestly. Okay, there we go.
Feather, Zeus. Hope,
Spoopy.
Harb.
Eva come back like, boo. Jesus. Let's see. Okay, this is working for that. Let me make sure the stream quality is still working fine for this. Seems to be. Let's see, let's go to servers.
What is her name? Celine. There we go. Alright.
Let's see how much slow. It's a little bit behind, but shouldn't be too bad. Let me see.
Alright, I'm built. I have Torrent's deck done. I have
I'm fucking built. Let's see. Let me turn off some things here.
I obviously need to close your stream, so like
Yep.
it's
I know it's not the kind of content you make, but what are your thoughts on Mama? Mama is going to be a very interesting set. I loved seeing some of this new stuff. Like the reprints that they have are really good. And also just the I mean the Ishizu cards are bonkers, and I think we're all going to be probably quite tired of them very quickly.
I'm excited to play him with the funny Earth deck.
The funny Earth deck, yeah, absolutely. Vernisylph is so fun. Alright, let's see. Alright, all good? Okay. Let me see. See, I will host for this.
Yeah. I can still hear you on Discord.
Oh, that's right. LOL.
Yeah.
Forgot about
I
that.
chat. If somebody said post something in chat, you know, so I'm not gonna try not to look at it too much during games because I know they're gonna see your hands and stuff.
Yep. Oopsie, reminds me. I should figure out.
True.
Thank you
goes
so much
crazy.
for the follow. Sorry, let me grab this here. All right, let me host a room. I'm gonna be in USS Casual. The password is going to just be plates.
Let's go.
Let's
Why would you
go.
do that? I don't understand.
All right, it's up.
Plates, you said?
Yep. Capital P.
Got it. Easy.
All right, let's do this. Rob Thomas and Santana plays. Okay. All right, we going first. All right. Well, let's start it off, y'all. Good start, good start.
Solid card.
Mm-hmm. All right. How are we gonna go about this? I think, unfortunately, let's see this.
Tragic. Tragic discard, at least. I guess it's not that tragic. You can just grab another one.
Oh yeah, it's
But of course.
but of course. That's why we
Yeah.
play 3.
Okay. Ah, shit. Oh. Oh. That is the funniest scenario.
Branded opening.
Yeah.
Aluber the boober of Doober. Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Thinking. Okay.
Branded and red. Oh, okay. Oh. Making a masquerade here. Okay. That is honestly fine.
Yeah. About it. That's what it is.
We.
Well,
Chaos.
this is kind of funny.
branded and bred. Let's see.
So weird. They kind of got it right. Let's see what happens.
I mean,
Yeah, whatever. He's just big.
we. Oh, this.
That
We
was
didn't
very
even hit the main
interesting,
phase
yeah.
yet. Oh my god.
That's a very interesting start to the game. Yeah. All right. True. Yeah.
That's a
Society if it targeted.
society if it targeted. Where are my welcomes? Oh right, I've set a different trap. Oh well, forgot about that. Let's do. Yeah, let's do this.
That's, yeah, I mean, I don't really have any good targets for you right now, but you know.
Not now, but
I hate that that's not an effect. That's like a negated effect too. The protect. I had like the most protected chimera of all time.
this is a rough one. What do we got? I like it.
Sure, you can guess the last card in hand.
Yep.
Doesn't matter too much. Yeah, you got this one. There were like a million ways to play that. I don't know. I was thinking of holding Super Poly to like just interrupt the trap activation, but
Fortunately, D-barrier do things.
yeah.
Oh, let's see. What do I wanna put out here? Let's do this. Stick at this. So that that game was mostly won by D-barrier.
Yeah, you
Although I think
open simply.
although I think the monsters were pretty good too, like the traps that I had set. So
Oh yeah, no,
um,
you were good. I was right to be scared of Ghastly Glitch. I was right to play around doing everything in draw, but it was just like too many factors. It's all good. I really, I don't know. I mean, I didn't draw any hand traps or anything either. So it simply is what it is. Yeah. No, they're super efficient. If you can't stop the engine starting, it's like impossible to crawl back from. Like if you blank one turn against Labyrinth when they already have stuff in rotation, you just lose. Like you just can't do anything. Sorry, I'm like looking at chat.
you're good. Let's see. It's crazy how efficient Labs is. Yeah, it can be a very efficient deck for sure. Oh, what do I want to side out here? I guess, yeah. I think that's fine. I kind of want to keep. I should probably side. Okay, we'll just side out one of these. No. Yeah, you gotta side her out. Okay. All right, let's do this.
Yeah.
That and Valence are my two favorite things to come out of Tama. Same.
Okay.
Rebellion. That's a good one.
Okay. Such a different hand. It's so wacky. Okay. You have it. so. No. Okay.
So Mamonaka and 3 eccentrics finish my physical balance deck. Yo, eccentric is so good. Love to see it. Rebellion. Let's see. Pitching Saranir. That's pretty nice. Tragedy. Yeah. Well, so here's the thing. Do we do... I think the move... Let's do... Yeah.
This is the most cringe play I've ever made in my
Are you
entire
gonna
life.
super poly? I swear to...
I
Oh
am
my
gonna
god,
super
you are
poly.
gonna super poly. This is... Good lord, this is cringe. Jesus.
Yeah, it's a little cringe.
It's a masquerade, so you could so... It's not bad, though, honestly.
It's fine.
That's so funny. Oh my god.
Comedy. I mean, I could have made Dragostophilia too, but I'm not as scared. I think you have a harder time with the Masquerade. Okay, Saranir.
Let's go. We love when super poly is just mask change.
Yeah, right? Alright.
Magnum. Oof. Okay.
Guess that.
It's tough.
Alright.
There it is. This
Now.
setup. This is a tough setup, man.
I wish I had one more. Alright, I'm gonna be really, really cringe.
You're gonna banish like your own like Luvelian. Oh, you're gonna. Oh, you have the thing in hand. You have the.
Yeah, I searched
Add
Adlib, you know I have
Leviton.
it.
Yeah. And in the main phase.
Time to resolve 75 effects in end phase.
Good lord. I have a decision to make here. Okay.
Gotta say, I have no idea what you want to do. Ah, okay. Very bold, and you are setting. Welcome, Labyrinth. Okay. Resting. Oh, fuck, I didn't. Okay, whatever. I was gonna try. Stupid. Okay. Let's see.
What do I want to do here? Save it.
Bad.
Let's see, what do we get? Oh, those are pretty good. Let's see. Okay, so if I do this into... This is tough. Okay, let's do... Let's do this.
You search. Okay. Trigger.
I think let's do clock here.
True.
I know you have Druid Worm in hand, but I don't think it's that
You know
big
my
of a
hand.
deal.
You know everything, so.
Yeah, Druid Worm ad libitum.
Yep.
Let's do and branded and red set. Okay, let's do this. Let's chain the clock.
Okay, they don't have anything, so. That's fine.
Now, do I do I force the issue? I think man. Yeah, okay. Let's do honestly.
Here. That's fine. Still leaves the field. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Now, let's see. Do we do some Numer on my dragon to like Dragluvian? Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. Let's chain trap trick.
Okay. That's your only activation this turn, right? Oh no, the next one it can be used as well. Wait, no.
Correct.
Yeah. The one you search off of it can be used.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do the barrier. Let's see. Adding back tragedy. So this is still going to be difficult, but
Yeah.
I think yeah, we have to add lady here.
I love trigger effects. I love trigger effects.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah. There's a lot going on here. Oh my god, the branded regain too. Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going barrier here.
And
Fusion.
I
Then you have
do
to-
have to Druid Worm
Correct.
to Vent Lady. So
Yep.
I will just hit.
I
the
love
clock.
one effects. Jesus Christ.
Yep. Okay. Here.
Good god. Alright, then we get Beast. Shoot off for the back row. Yep. Makes sense, makes sense.
Okay, I can't target. Whatever. Yeah. That's a tragic, but that's okay.
Let's do panel. I mean, can only really get rid of this. It doesn't really matter that much, but
Why not?
Sure.
Sure. It.
Alright, he popped my pendulum till it arcs. Hey. Alright, what else we got in here? Stuff, yeah, okay. Alright.
Alright, Magnum.
All these bestials really do have me thinking, like, maybe I do play Dooku Clock. You set my pendulum till it scales. Oh my gosh.
I just do that. That's not bad.
Pendulum humor. Okay. I don't think there's gonna be much win in this, but we'll see. Stranger things have happened. She's swinging into action until I take control of this action duel starting. Scalies? Oh my god. She lure my boober till I do. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and then you're just gonna chain. She carving my arc to victory. God. Ugh. It's so rough when ladies a when effect.
Yeah.
Just like when you have a bunch of quick effects like this.
At least you get this, and you know I didn't search it, guys, so.
Yeah. I got some drill knockbirds. You could stop special summoning these jokes. What? What do you mean? Verdril and a Malak. Oh my god. Ooh, those are 3 good cards. Which one do I want? Which one do I want though? I suppose it's... Yeah, let's do these.
No.
Hey yo, be nice, Storm. Let's see. Denilius Filius. That normal summon. The normal summon the Nullius Folius is kind of rough.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, starving venom. Oh, forgot you could do that.
You hate this though, so I don't know. Yeah. So we,
Let's do the
yeah,
blackjack.
well, sure. Oh, that's the funniest thing in the entire universe.
They're just gonna shuffle back my backjack.
Yeah.
That's actually. I mean, I sided out of my. I sided out
wanted
of
to
my
draw,
sequence, so
yeah.
that's honestly fine.
Extraordinarily funny.
Bounce. This.
Alright, yeah. Do the whole thing. Is that gonna summon it? Is that the way it goes?
Adds it to
Oh, you're
hand.
doing a bunch of things. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Alright, well, I'm still gonna kill this, I guess.
That is fine.
Okay.
Oh shit. Okay, that's right. I forgot about that. And then I say she's starving for my Venom Dragon. Jesus.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Do this.
She preded my plant till I Umbulomilidus.
I'm very sad about pitching this, I gotta tell you.
Ooh, oh my god, that would have been so fucked.
It's not that good here. I'm not gonna lie. It's like good, but it's like it could be so much better.
Yeah.
Um,
As I a Gal magician. Kinda makes like God I got way too many compos. My compos. I love compos. It's such a good card. It's so versatile. Like
what do
yeah,
I put back?
I kind of regret that I'm only playing 2. I kind of want to play 3, but you know, trap versatility. So Society of Oddies was always mistranslated as that.
Uh,
I know you do play 2 guard. Well, the Chimera was bounced back to extra, so
yeah. So either way.
yeah. Either way.
Uh, hate it. Oh, I hate it so much.
Gotta do it. Gotta get for the thing.
Sure.
I got Dissolver.
Yeah.
Okay. I know what I'm gonna draw, but let's see. So, what do I want to do here? Actually, that's actually really good. Perform Pollock Gauss Synchron.
That's Chandra to set. Okay. Sure. You know, it's welcome in an unknown. Oh, you're setting lab. Yeah.
You thoughts?
Oh, sure. It's fine.
Actually, I wish I didn't have to use that there, but whatever.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there is not a second fairy on your field. And then you get the branded regained. That's weird and frustrating. IDP for the win.
I'll draw, to be honest.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I can. I forgot about this. Oh my god. I hadn't used. I realized that I hadn't. That I am. I'm not fiend locked right now, which is very funny.
Oh yeah, I know what you're gonna do.
Now which zone?
Lamau.
I think I want to take.
Yeah.
Which Lubellion?
I know. Pick your poison. That's very funny. Right now. There's something really weird I can do here, but it's kind of strange.
Okay, now let's do this.
Yeah.
Ice Restrict Tier 0 best deck. True. I feel like, yeah, I have to do Lovely here. Lovely pop. It's
What'd you target?
oh, Lubellian.
And yeah, it's fine.
Now we get a million effects. We.
I guess I could have protected it and then not letting you your triggers, but okay. Oh fuck! I misplayed hard. That's tragic. Yeah. Oops.
I'm gonna just. I'm gonna
Forgot to hit
banish.
the button.
I'm gonna banish the light and the dark. Let's do this one.
Sure.
Um, let's see.
That's so annoying.
Let's use labyrinth effects. Honestly, this is Do I just want to? I think I just want to reset the compulse, honestly. Do a Luber negate fascinates. Let's see. Thing is, I don't really want to get rid of the druid worm because I'm just
Oh,
like,
why not?
you know. um, so I guess we just go to end phase here.
Hilarious.
God, this is so complicated. I, I guess I have to. I don't. Yeah, I have to do this here.
You what?
Can't respond.
Looking for the. Okay, just want to make sure. I hate that it's a CL one. Yeah, it's really stupid. I wanted to do that last turn.
Hey, Wiley. Hello, hello. You're gonna be exhausted at the end of day one. Let's see. So if we do. Yes, I like that. So let's summon out. Because a Luber. So a Luber's gonna target. Lovely, right?
It's already targeting Lovely, yeah.
Right. Okay. So I can do. I can bring back Ariana. So, welcome.
Feels.
The crackback sure is. How is the life? The life is going okay. You know, I'm chilling. I guess we do random card in hand then.
Let's go, baby.
God, I hate that. I hate that so much.
Let's fucking go.
Cause I was like, there's a good chance that there's
Is
a
that not?
tragedy.
Wait, what? I have no targets. Let's go.
Woo! Oh my god.
You're good. So bad. That like the end of last turn. This turn was like repeated failure. Oh well. Is what it is.
I love how we're always doing like just the wildest shit before we even get to the main phase, and then the
I
main
know
phase is like, mm.
this matchup's really funny. I don't even want to do that. I mean, this is fairly comedic, but it's not really good. And then, of course, I have to do this now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Hold on, I gotta see how bad my resources are right now. I mean, there's like no world, right?
I
Because
think we're,
I mean,
I think we're putting on a decent. Oh, that's right. It's the.
yeah, but I mean that doesn't
Yeah.
matter. You
Yep.
have an activatable welcome with field spell, so
Yes, I do.
it's like pretty cringe. Yeah, I mean it's gonna force it, but it's bad.
Um.
I actually think I think the biggest thing I did wrong was search Albaz. I mean it was good,
Mhm.
kind of, but I think I just needed to keep Bastille's rolling more than
It
anything.
doesn't really matter what I summon out here. I guess we just do. Yeah, let's just summon it out for the damage.
Yeah, no, I mean it's the protect was wrong, especially because I didn't use the Eluber to prevent the lady effect from triggering the
Mm-hmm.
lovely effect, and everything from there is just like paying for that horribly badly.
Yep. That was like,
Uh,
because that was like protecting
yeah,
the,
Libellion Protect was probably correct, but
yeah,
not also negating your lovely was like okay.
yeah, yeah, because it's like protecting the Lubellion there is like it's weird because
Yeah.
you don't really care about the Lubellion at that point, but you do care about like me not destroying a
Oh
monster.
yeah. No, it was definitely I think it was definitely right, but because then it also like if Lovely's negated there, then Mirror Jade is live on my turn and like blah blah blah. So even leaving it is like good enough if I negate, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. I think it's bad. Yeah, it's cringe. But yeah, I agree, Aurora. Um, yeah, I don't have anything. You got it. Ugh. You can kill me. I mean, it's actually gonna take you a while to kill me, but or it
I
may.
might
No,
not. I
you have compulse. You have compulse. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. So we
Yeah,
can do.
I'll trigger everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just do this.
I will happily surrender, but if you want to play it out, you are welcome to kill me
Yeah.
the real way.
Let's see. Yeah, because this is gonna be should be enough damage. I should be able to get rid of most of this stuff. Yeah. Um.
You just
So
have
we
to
do.
compulse Masquerade.
Yep. So
Not that you'd want to compulse anything else anyway, but
compose. Lady effects.
yeah.
We needed more advantage. I just set a fiend grief.
This this is like the one game where I was like, oh yeah, if I tributed Fallen of Albaz properly, then the game was completely 100% over. Not even close. It just feels so weird because like if either of us gets a free turn, it becomes like 7 billion cards.
Right. Labyrinth, labyrinth.
Super funny. What am I doing? I'll you know what? I'll do it this time. It's just that easy, folks. Surely I will not be punished for this.
It actually might save you.
Yeah, maybe. But I can't. I mean, I can't do anything. You know, my hand is still ad lib. So
Triple lady on the fields.
if I get super poly, I can maybe do something. But I don't think that's. I don't think it's enough. Yeah, I don't think it's enough. And this, folks, is why you play 3. If Lubellion was in defense, could you add him?
What's that?
I know you have like a bunch of pops, but I was just saying it's funny if Lubellion was in defense, could you add him?
That's, honestly, might be kind of difficult. Actually, the draw effect here is better than the
The search, yeah, you already searched
right.
everything. You don't need
Yeah.
anything. Yeah.
Then we just do. Let's do paddle. Wham. I don't know what to make of this, but I know I love it. Me too.
Yeah, this matchup is hilarious with the like when we're fighting. It's very
Mhm.
punishing, but it's very funny.
Damn, this is a really sick game though.
Yeah. These are always really fun because it's just like I don't know, we both get to like full boards half the time and like
GG's.
GG's. That was funny.
All right, yeah. So yeah, that is a demonstration of what these two decks can do really. So, yeah, yeah, it was a really cool game. I'm glad y'all got to chill and hang for this one. Let me put my webcam back on here. Let me see. I probably need to like let's see. I think I probably need to like redo some properties with this. Whoop. Because it is currently paused at a 4 time. Let's see. Let's do this. And let me go back to mine. There we go. All right, y'all. So thanks so much for jumping on, Noah. I really appreciate you coming and showing the deck, and yeah.
And misplaying in front of the whole crowd. Let's go. Like
To be fair, like I don't think it, like I feel like that's not like a completely. It's not like, oh, I forgot Scarm Search. It was like one of those where it's like, yeah, the right move was protecting the Lubellion, but like
well,
it's not like
the theory was to Albaz negate the search and then have like more stuff. Or sorry, Aluber, but I like misclicked no on the
Oh
trigger
shit.
screen, and then it was like, do you want to activate an effect? And it was just Masquerade, and I was like, ah.
Oh.
So yeah, it's but it's all good.
For
Yeah.
technically correct answers. Um, yeah. So I think I might have to go start winding down for the night. But yeah, this was really fun. And yeah, and Noah, I'll be seeing you in like 12 hours. So
Yeah, just about.
I'll see you then.
Sounds good.
All right. Bye.
Like,
So y'all, so yeah, that is a bit of what you're probably going to be seeing at YCS Minneapolis. Thank you all so much for jumping in, and thank you so much to Ryder and Noah for showing off their decks. As I mentioned, so we're going to be driving up tomorrow to Minneapolis, and if we scrub out, we'll have the sickest 3v3 team this side of the Mississippi, as I think I put in the go live notification. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, y'all. Um, so yeah, with that, thank you so much for joining us. And if you're going to be at the YCS, please hit me up. I would love to meet you, say hi, or anything of the sort. And yeah, with that, hope you all have had a wonderful week. I hope you have a good night, and I will see you all next week in the next one, hopefully with some good news from this YCS.